You're living in the worst case scenario right now. Congratulations, you've officially hit rock bottom. Right now in your life, everything possible is going wrong. Things you can't even really explain, or every time something just seems like it's going good, you just know something behind it is coming up. Your car is breaking down, you don't have enough money for this. Just so many things that's just so hard to wrap your mind around is happening. You feel lost, you feel stuck, you feel stagnant. All these different emotions are happening to you, and it just seems like nothing is turning out right. It seems like the devil's coming after you one after one after one. But there is a turning point that is coming up, and I need you to stay strong because your cards are about to change. You just don't see the light at the end of the tunnel, but I want you to know there is a light, and great breakthrough is coming for you. I want you to take this moment and these feelings that you have right now and everything you're going through and look at these hard times and know that in order to change what is happening, in order to see the bright when something is so dark, is to change your perspective, to shift the perspective on rock bottom and turn it into an opportunity for transformation. I don't want to talk for too much. I want to get straight into this video because I know that this is valuable information and something that you need to hear. But before we start, don't forget to like, comment down below. But let's just hop into the video. First things first, acknowledge that you've hit rock bottom. I feel like it is so hard sometimes to actually know that you've made it to a certain point where you just can't go any lower than where you are. So give yourself a reality check. You are at the lowest of the lowest right now. And you're back to where you said you will never be. We try to keep promises to ourselves, and when we see us doing things that we used to do or being even worse in a situation that we prayed to get out of, and we're even further than that, that's when we know it is time to make some changes. Here are some signs that you have hit rock bottom. Following bad advice didn't work, obviously. Blaming others that you got nowhere. Because honestly, it's nobody's fault. Nobody is going to hand you the life that you want on a silver platter. You have to go out and get it. So when you start blaming people for the things that you couldn't do, can't do, and all this stuff, you've hit rock bottom. When you're surrounded by people who don't support your growth, and that can be friends, family, all of that. When you're somebody who knows what you stand for, you're gonna do everything in your power to get that satisfaction of doing the thing that you love. And you're not gonna want to be surrounded by people who don't care about you or care about the things that you care about. All it's going to do is keep you hostage and held down. And I feel like when you truly know your purpose or truly know what you're trying to go for and achieve, you're going to want to get away from that. You're going to do anything in your power to get away from that, even if that means being lonely. And so when you allow negativity, things draining your energy to be all around you and all in your circle, you've hit rock bottom because you don't have that drive, that care to know this isn't for me and I need to get out of this. So if you're dealing with that, you've hit rock bottom. At this point in your life, all it does is force you to take accountability for what you've done in your life and the things you haven't done in your life, and to really accept it and how you're handling it. You have to take accountability and make that choice every day to stay stuck or to rise up. And at the end of the day, it's up to you. Now that you know that you've hit rock bottom or you're getting to rock bottom, now it's time for the power of opposites. Let me explain this a little bit. For every extreme low, there's either going to be either a high that's equal or extremely high. And then you're going to keep going through that same pattern again and again where you never feel content. You never actually stay happy. That's why I said in the beginning, you get to this point where you feel like everything's good, but you know that something's coming up where it's going to tear it all down. That is a prime example of those extreme highs and lows. Look at your situation or whatever's going on and refrain from it. Instead of seeing this as the end, it's just over and nothing good is going to grow from this, look at it as a opportunity or foundation for success. It's all about your mind. When you change it, you ask questions versus how am I going to do this? How am I going to do that? It's more of what do I have to do to get here? It just, honestly, it's like a problem solving mindset. I know it's maybe to some people it doesn't make as much sense, but when you start changing your mind and asking yourself different questions in the way you ask yourself, you're gonna have different reactions to it and different actions that actually get you out of these situations. because you're not giving up. You're not thinking it's all over, thinking it's the end of the world. You're looking at it from a success point of view. But of course, I'm going to give you some real life examples. Think of all the people in the world who are extremely successful, or even someone you may look up to, or you've seen them get out of a hard time. They all went through something unimaginable, something crazy, something that really could have broken them down and made them go a whole different path. After that situation, they took that pain and turned it into their biggest asset. In the Bible, it literally talks about how God takes our deepest problems, sins, things that really hurt us, and turn it into the thing that shapes us and helps us help others. And I look at it like that because those things that really hurt you and that could have broke you, it makes you stronger, 10 times stronger, but it's how you deal with it. So if you take those moments that really hurt you and can break you down, if you just let it keep you there, that's what's gonna happen. But if you turn that and you squish it and you put pressure on it, it's gonna turn into a diamond. And that's what you want. You want to take that hurt and pain and transfer it to success, because that's something that you can do, but it's up to you. You have to have strength. And I always say, you can't do it alone. You need God. You need the presence of Jesus. You need God in your life to help you to be a firm foundation. So I would say really heavily talk to God about it. I know everyone isn't religious, but I'm just saying, sometimes you actually can't do things alone, but it all starts with you at the end of the day. So those hard times, those hard things you go through, you can change them, but it's all about your perspective for sure. But just know that those lowest moments in your life means those things can be turned into the highest potential opportunities in your life. Those things that could break you and turn you down could literally be that thing that gets you the dream life that you want. Trust me, it has been seen time and time and time again. You just have to be able to take that pain and turn it. That's it. Now, this is so important because definitely a cheat code to turn your life around, okay? I look at life as a game, and at the end of the day, you're your own character and you're the main character in your story, meaning you get to choose the life that you have, which is why I always say that the cheat code to changing your life around is first your mindset. All my videos, I talk about how your mindset is so important, you guys. If this situation you're going through is the worst, that means the best is on the other side. And that just means you need to walk through that door and go to it. Another thing I would say that helps, another cheat code, look at daily wins. Things that happen every day, little things, and actually reward yourself for that. I feel like a lot of times we don't give ourselves enough credit for things that is happening in everyday life. And I feel like when you look at life in a perspective of not always just being bad, things change for you. You don't only look at the really big giant things, like, oh, I got a raise today, versus, oh, I didn't get that job promotion and now your whole day is ruined. Do you know what I mean? I just look at small wins, and those small wins really build up, so you have so many wins. And so when something bad happens, it only takes some of that away, versus if you never look at all the small wins you have, it just helps you have a better perspective about life, and you look at life and things so differently, guys. So really start looking at those small wins and don't take things for granted. Small wins could be anything. The fact that you know how to walk, the fact that you have a car, the fact that you're able to breathe and talk and walk and have family, a roof over your head. Those are all small wins, you guys. And it can be as simple as you were able to afford to get a coffee today. It could be anything, but just really appreciate those small wins, because if you always do that and you really build up those small wins, when something that's not the best happens, it only takes down some of it and not all of it. It makes you feel empty. And remember that progress happens one step at a time. Every day we all put our pants on one leg at a time. Don't rush the process. Don't think you have to complete everything in 2.3 seconds. You don't. Things don't happen overnight. It happens over time and with consistency. So take your time, learn from the mistakes you do, things like that, until you make the reality that you want. And I promise you, if you do things that make you happy and you actually change your mindset, you will recreate the life that you want, because there will be no other way for you to go. If you're only ever thinking positive, if you only ever think about the good things, only good things are going to come out of that. And when bad things do happen, you won't look at it as bad. You're going to look at it, how can I turn this into something that's not bad? I really hope that makes sense, you guys, because it's a game changer, I promise. Another thing I want to say, Break the illusion of failure. There is no such thing as failure. Please get that out of your head. First of all, if you have God in your life, God in your circle, covered in the blood of Jesus, you will not fail. First of all, let me get that out of the way. Second, you can't fail. The only way you can fail is if you stop trying. And you should never stop trying. If you want to do something, you have ideas, you never fail, you learn from them. Those are learning experiences, not failing. And I feel like it's an illusion because only from what we think other people are thinking that we call ourselves failures and all these things. We're trying to live to this standard that you actually don't even want. Because if it's something you want, you're going to keep trying until you get that thing. So let go of the illusion of failure because it's not a thing. It's all a mindset thing, and you need to change those failures to learning experiences. You learn from them, you change, and you try again. That's what it is. And if you do that, you can never fail. So please get that out of your head. That's a big thing. And if you think about it, those people who succeed, they truly believe that they're going to win. No matter if it takes them a day, 2 weeks, a year, 3 years, 5 decades, they know that they're going to win eventually if they keep trying, keep coming at it different ways. And at the end of the day, they always do. So you need to have that mindset. You need to think like that and let go of that. So stop thinking that being rock bottom is a death sentence, because it's not. It's the beginning of a success story, 100%. They say that in the Bible, it says that God takes things away from you and strips you to give you the new life that you've been asking for, the new life that he wants to give you. You have to get rid of everything else. And that's kind of how I think of everything when things like that happen to me. I know that breakthrough is coming, breakthrough is near. And I feel like this part right here, and you guys, this is so important because I feel like if you didn't catch anything I was saying in this video, this specific thing should really resonate with you. When you've hit rock bottom, the only way is up. And that statement is so true because once you're at the bottom, you can't go anywhere but up, which means it's only up from here, literally, which is my favorite thing to say. The greatest growth happens in hardship. When things are hard, that's when people learn. When things happen to them that was kind of bad, it brought them a lot of hardship, that's when they've learned. That's when they were able to grow. So the greatest things happen in hardship. Sometimes I hate that we have to go through certain things, but at the same time, be grateful that you go through these moments because you learn from them. And not only that, you could use your voice and your testimonies to help other people as well. And of course, I can never think of examples off the top of my head, but some extreme examples of it's only up from here are people overcoming major life challenges like financial ruin, heartbreak, all those things. It causes you to have to thrive for more. If you go through a super hard heartbreak and it breaks you down and it was so bad and toxic and all these things, and you hit rock bottom, it is only up from there. You have to work on yourself because you're not perfect either. You learn the things that you don't want and things you won't do anymore. You learn what to stay away from. Only good things is coming out of that. It's sad that you had to experience these things, but it made you a better person. It made you who you are today and all these things. Like I said, it's only up from there. You learn from it. So it can be a lot of different things, but each time someone comes out of something hard, they become a better and stronger person, a better and stronger individual. It's a wake-up call. It's literally a wake-up call, and that your comeback starts now. It starts today, and you're just building that ladder again, a stronger, healthier, more sturdy ladder. That's how I think of it. You guys, it's all about mindset. It really is. Now, I feel like this is very important, and I feel like one of the hardest things to do, because not only will it be affecting you, but it will be affecting others and the people that you care about and the people that you love. But it's so detrimental to your growth and you getting out of this situation that you're in that it needs to be done. And that's letting go of the old to make room for the new. When you are on a path to greatness or building and changing yourself and making yourself a better person, not everyone can come with you. They just can't. Everyone's not meant to be in this room with you, in this new chapter with you, in this new life, this new era. You have to shed old skin. Some people are actually only meant for you in the past. Some people come into your life to help you through that season you're going through then. And when you move on, those people are left there. Some people are only meant to be in your lives for certain chapters. And I know it's so hard to believe, but in order to grow, you have to leave things behind. You literally do. And that can be people, things, objects, things you really care about, things you worked hard for. But you have to leave it behind because it's not meant to go with you to this next chapter in your life, this next season of your life. You have to be okay with outgrowing your environment, because sometimes we've been in a box for so long to the point where we feel stuck, we feel claustrophobic, we feel like we need to just stretch our arms a little bit. And so you have to be okay with moving. You have to be okay with getting out of your comfort zone and talking to new people, going to new cities, leaving states, transferring your schools. You have to be okay with change. Just change is meant to happen because the state in your life right now, you feel stagnant, you feel stuck, and you actually aren't mentally prepared or ready to actually allow change into your life, which is why you feel like you're at rock bottom. But with that, I don't want to say just cut everybody off. No, I'm not saying that. Appreciate the moments you have right now. Appreciate the present. Enjoy the people around you while you have them. Enjoy them, embrace them, show that you care, give them their flowers now. Find the good in your current situation. That's even if it is temporary, because all things don't last forever. And if that change is meant to happen, it's going to happen. And I always like to say, inspire people, show them you love them through your actions, not just your words. Give hugs, give gifts, do things through your actions to show that you love someone. With anything, you just going to the movies with that friend that's been trying to hang out with you for a while, but you've been acting depressed, so you haven't been hanging. Just do actions instead of your words, because sometimes I feel like actions speak louder than words. So show and lead with your actions. People will show up for you if you show up for them. That doesn't mean overexerting yourself and doing the most for people who don't care about you. For those people that do, show them love. I feel like sometimes we neglect the people that always show us love, always shows us that compassion, and we only focus on the people who's not doing it. So show with your actions, not just your words. And it's okay to love people from a distance. Doesn't matter if they're friends, family, all that stuff. At the end of the day, you need to make sure that your mental health, your physical health, everything is good. And if there's people who are leeching on you and taking away your energy and making you feel like you can't do anything, it's okay to love them from a distance. Totally fine. And that's you choosing yourself and doing best for yourself. Nothing wrong with that. And that's why I said some things are temporary. That doesn't mean you have to be mean or rude. I feel like sometimes people think that's what it means, but no, it's just choosing yourself. Because I feel like the reason you're rock bottom is because you haven't been choosing yourself. You do what other people want you to do. You do what will make other people more comfortable. All of these things for other people and not for you. So it's okay to love people from a distance. There is nothing wrong with that. Do what you need to do. But just know that growth requires you to shed old habits. You can't keep doing everything the same and expecting things to change. You have to grow. You have to become a better person. You have to do things differently. Old environments, old friendships, old relationships. And it can be even more than that, but just know that things have to change. But with all that being said, I want to say congratulations. Your comeback is coming. It's something you should pat yourself on the back for, because you're very strong and you got this. I just want to reiterate everything that I said today. You hitting rock bottom means there's nowhere else to go but up. There is a breakthrough moment coming, and I want you to believe it deep in your heart, in your mind, in your soul, everywhere. Believe that this hard time, this rock bottom, is breakthrough coming. I want you to believe on it. I want you to act on it. And watch everything change. You don't have to analyze everything, overthink everything. Just let God work in your life. So with all that being said, I want you to like, subscribe, and stay tuned, because this is just the beginning. I love you guys, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.